This is your local astrologer and fortune teller. It is also, I'm also scientisting and arting today, aside from all the other stuff I've been up to. Privacy is important. Yay, doors. Okay, so, recently I've been interested in several things. Abstract art is cool. So I've been doing that and vlogging that a tiny bit. So I'm getting more into that. Recently, someone stole my guitar. I'm gonna post up a video of the guitar, and this is the video of me without the guitar. I'm very upset about it. I know who did it. I'm not gonna rat on them. I'm just kind of gonna wait for karma to just be like, fuck you. That's Zach's guitar. You're a piece of shit. And then that person's gonna be like, sorry. And I'm gonna be like, go away. It's gonna be a good time. So, just kind of waiting for that person to come back and say sorry so I can be an asshole for vengeance. Hey, Zach. Sorry about that whole stealing your guitar and crashing out on drugs. Yeah, it's okay. It just, go away. But, dude, I was wondering if I could grab. No, leave. That's what's gonna happen. Anyway. Astrologically, I have predicted several things up and into, including as well as the Earth. This is an enormous rock I brought in several months ago into my home. It has increased the magnetivity of my home gargantuously, as the rock is of rather large size and variable type in nature due to the fact that it was ripped out of the freaking ground. It took a lot of heat and ice to do this, but a few years ago, actually almost 6 years ago or 3 years ago, I can't remember, I placed an enormous rock around this area. And since then, there's been an enormous amount of construction, and to my surprise, it is the very same rock. So, I found this little note I made at one of my family members' houses, and I took it with me. And one day I looked at it and said, I said, geological test. Bring this rock somewhere when it's done alchemizing. And I thought to myself, what does that mean? And since I've done a lot of research on such things, I actually found the rock, and it's right there. It looks pretty cool because it's got gravel and so many different sedimentaries and igneous pieces just kind of solidified into one thing that it doesn't really do anything. It's just kind of there. And yeah. So, I also got my son a drum set, which is this. And I like the design. Plus, I know he likes to smash things and other things because he's a boy. So he's going to do that. I figured drum set, sweet. It beat the shit out of it, dude. And, so music-wise, I'm screwed. I still need a microphone. I still need speakers. I still need a guitar now. And I've always wanted a keyboard and stuff. But, I mean, artistically and schooling, stretch in Manchester has been not cool. They're working on it. Their budget's going up. But the debt also isn't necessarily going down because Americans are selfish and they need to fucking pay off China. So, in my opinion, just throw them some money, man, something. Give them anything. Just they work their ass off and they're living on morals that would have any American cry. So the fact that we're not sending them any money is kind of just unintellectual at this point. Anyway, this I got from a church. I thought that'd be cool to grab. People have recently seen me wearing satanic crosses in Manchester, or my mom has an unk, and then they saw a picture of me on the internet with holy water, and I grabbed this. So I thought that was hilarious. I mean, at least religiously, because it's just provoking too many things at the same time that is confusing the shit out of everybody. And to me, that is hysterical, but to other people, they're just kind of confused. So they have to ask what I'm doing. They have to stop out of their day and ask me, why though? Why, Zach? And I go, that there's theories now that I have several calendars and gravity. Damn it. So things are falling. Anyway, I charted this years ago. This is, I believe, what year was this? Fuck. This is a 2017 calendar. This is what a Zach calendar looks like in January. So this is me measuring out energies, where portals come from, different planets, symbols in the stars, things of that nature, tracing them back to their origins, and very, 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 very vaguely color coding them. I can't put enough emphasis on how vague the two colors on that sheet of paper are, because I did that wrong to my standard, and that ain't off. There's the thing stuck. Cool. Anyway, I also got this for my son because he's almost 4, so I'm definitely going to homeschool him. Schooling system sucks. I went through it. They made me take drugs, and they locked me in a padded room in the 5th grade. It was pretty fucking great. Not. They also sent me to Concord for the flu once. I thought that was evil. This is a stick. These are pathogens. Learn your shit. These are what, in the mystic terms, we call a werewolf stick, because these are lycogens, or the dark net. So these are basically enough exposure, and life has gripped this stick in these areas to have formed algae on it. And that means that this bacteria is of a specific type, which is why if I hold it down like this, it looks like coral, because it is a solidified biotic object. It is technically magical in the sense that it is biotic, not abiotic anymore. Even though that the tree is no longer alive, life still lives in the object. So you can technically consider this a living stick. Behold, life on a stick. Same thing with this. The reason I have these two things here is because it does, in fact, draw life to it. There is one object that has life on it and one that has none. Now, the rocks, you can say they have none, but there is life that is fossilized within the rock, whether anyone wants to believe it or not, no matter how big or small it is. Ask any professional paleontologist, and they'll tell you you will find something in nothing every time. Check this out. At CFS, which is an awesome place for anyone under 23, because they will help you out if you are super duper homeless, which is how I am living in my house today, is because a group of people got together and said, this kid's fucking nuts, he needs some help. Let's get him in trouble for no reason. Anyway, those guys gave me one of these, and this is what I like to do drawings on. If I can find one of them, or another one of them, because I worked on the one I showed you in Good Night Expressions video on YouTube. You can also look that up if you want. Please don't feel implored. I'm sure you have a lot of other things to do with your day other than to watch my ass parade around my room. So, itch. I've recently also been working on fixing my voice since I've been singing my ass off to prepare for tour. This is, I have a cousin, and she's pretty funny and awesome. I recommend her professionally to anybody who's serious about anything. Her name is Natalie Henriquez, and her mom rented out my mom's room for a long time and bitched about me for several months, but we genuinely got along if we didn't talk to each other, which I found ironic because we always wanted to engage in conversation, but we didn't want to get screamed at. So there is this. This is a calligraphy set, and I still have all of it in case she ever decides to come over and be like, Zach, give me my fucking calligraphy set back. I'd be like, okay. And a good friend of mine, or ex-friend of mine, I want to say, not that we dated or anything, but kid's name's Jake Brown. He goes to college to be a doctor. One of the most successful kids I know. Complete douchebag. Don't talk to him. He's a dick. It's hilarious. He walks around and he's like, yeah, I'm pissed off today because I don't need to tell you why I'm pissed off today. So fuck you. This is, he went out with this person, and the reason that they're not together is because he's mean. He's genuinely mean. He doesn't really notice anything that goes around him outside his own mind, and he does know how to use people for his own benefit. So, bad combination for a person. No offense, Jake. Sorry, buddy. So, keep stay in school, and yeah. So this is a calligraphy set, and it's kind of the coolest thing I've ever seen, because I'm going to use it to promote art or college or school or something for somebody else or something, because I actually have nothing better to do in this hour, considering it's almost midnight. So my point with the calendars, like I was saying, make your own calendars. Don't be afraid to draw out a calendar instead of actually owning a calendar, because you'll keep way better track of it. Number one, it's coming from your own hand, which is your pineal gland, to your finger villi, tentacles, and putting your own ideas on a piece of paper instead of asking someone's questions that you probably already know the answer to be quite honest with you. So this is a brand new calendar. I haven't used it yet, but I'm also comparing older calendars, like this one. You can tell it's older because it's got stains on it. I may or may not have written on it. Yet right here, May 2nd. I guess I have an eye appointment. It's also probably Groundhog's Day or something. This is one of my favorites, I think, that I gotta check. Maybe not, maybe. I think it's from 2014, at least 15. So this year blew dick. This year absolutely was awful. 2015, that was, what year was that? The year of building. And that was a scary year for people because they were losing their shit, dude. They did not know how to control themselves in any way, shape, or form. Behold